Marty Coleman here, and we are taking a look at the J24 Mid Winters in Tampa, Florida, Davis Island. Fridays, this is the first race, and very, very light. And as my ship's bell ringing, 3 o'clock. But very, very light, and wind's just barely filling in. And really, to paint the picture, the wind's supposed to continue to go right and build as the kind of the sea breeze late day kind of picks up. And the left side of the course has more current coming at you, so less favorable to go up the left side. But it turns out that the pressure on the left superseded the current, and a little bit of a lefty up the first beat really kind of shows it all. And we'll see that a little bit as we take a look at this. All right, and let's look at the results. First, for this first race is here. Carter, Rossi, Travis Honey, Angel, Longshot, Bangor, and Habanero. And I think Tim was right here, Ellie Hansen. So we got a good group of boats in this mix. Let me show you the list of boats. So here we got Angel, Bangor, Helly Hansen, Honey Badgers, Longshot, Habanero, Mental, and Rossi. And there you go. Here's the starting line. Let me show you the step details. Here's the step details. And you can pause it right now and kind of look at the difference here between distance sailed and speed. Although very light. Let's look at Tim sailed a 2.6 of that first beat compared to 2.2s. Rossi had a 2.0, 2.1 on Angel of Harlem. So you can pause here and look at the data for race number 1. All right. And down here at the bottom is the time. And I think I'm like 3 minutes out now, 27, 28 to 9. I think we started at 13:30 here. And just gives you a really good, I'm a big proponent of having a starting routine and just trying to adjust it for the wind pressure and sea state. And, Velocitech with the time and distance to burn and just being able to replicate those starts. Tony Park I've never sailed with before. This is my first regatta with him. And we try to talk about and introduce the Velocitech and working that into our student routine. But it's not something you can just do immediately out of the box. It takes lots of practice. A lot of the good teams, that's really, they spend half of their time working on starts, if not more. It's a big part of the scheme of the big race, and boat speed and starts are really the 90% of what needs to be focused on training sessions. And so I have some video that I've done with the GoPros and matching up the data that I do on our boat, and it's also an option to help you guys go through it. All right, let's play this out now a little bit. You can see down here in the middle is the time. So I think we have about 1:30 or 2 minutes. I think it's 2:30 right now. The round circle on Bangor is the lead boat, and it'll kind of switch back and forth here during the start until we get going, and then it shows the lead boat up the race course. 7. So this should be about 2 minutes right here. So for us, trying to decide, I'm right now saying how many meters to the line we are, because when you tack over and how much time, when you tack and how much distance you have is how you have to manage it. We're now taking the late boat approach. Got a minute here. 50. 40. 30. 20. And actually, long shot gets a really good start on us. I'll stop here right when we get to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. So we can see here kind of the boat speeds at the start. Rossi's at 4 knots, ripping pretty good right now. 3 on Tim, 3.5 on Angel. Long shot at 2.5, and Habanero kind of pretty far off the line there. Same with Mental. So let's see here. Rossi still around 4, going faster than anyway, just getting off the line, bow down, ripping. Really nice. Tim taking a few sterns, going to try to clear his lane. Us and Bangor, the same thing. You can see us kind of hanging in here. Just hanging in here. And then we flush out. But look what happens long term. Look at this big old lefty. Keeps going left, keeps going left. Rossi gets out here, gets a little knock, and comes across. Let's see, Mental ducks. Tim here. Not necessarily ducks, but just passes behind. Let's see, tries to get out of the, decides that they don't want the right anymore. See if they can make the left pay a little bit here. And you can see these guys are almost overstood. Long shot coming up pretty strong into the windward mark here. Just hard to get out of the right at that point. Slow this down here at the top. Top fleet management is always very interesting, and just trying, if you see here, we didn't want to go to ley line, just stay inside the ley line and hope you have a lane to come back on, and that was kind of our ball game. Let's see how we do on Habanero. We do get around in front of them. You can just see how, what are we doing? 4 knots, 4.5, 4.4. And on the right side would just, I mean, look, these guys are almost halfway down the leg before Tim and those guys get around. So, the idea was the wind going right, you can go right and get a little righty, but it turned out to be pressure on the left. Even though you had more current hurting you, the pressure and the lefty really superseded. And Rossi got a good start. Decides he wants to go back that way again. Long shot goes to the other mark. Let's see kind of how that plays out here. Looks like Rossi really just getting towards the edge here. Long shot going the other way. Let's see. Look, long shot pretty far ahead right now. Let me adjust the wind though, just a little bit. See if we can get the lefty in play. See how a long shot does coming back here. Not a great angle. So left still paying strong, even on the second beat here. Well, I don't know. Angel coming out of the far right pretty quick there. Better mode. So connecting the dots is really another kind of important element here. Made a good comeback there. Where's Tim? Oh, guys are pretty far back. Let me take the focus off the leader. It might help a little bit here. Guys are so far back. Really, this light air got spread out pretty quickly. Super flat water. And that's it for race number 1.